255 lives bug. Sinistar contains a bug that grants the player many lives, ships. It happens only if the player is down to 1 life and Sinistar is about to eat the player's ship. If a warrior ship shoots and destroys the ship at this moment, it immediately takes the player to 0 lives, and Sinistar eating the player subtracts another life. Since the number of lives is stored in the game as an 8-bit unsigned integer, the subtraction from 0 will cause the integer to wrap around to the largest value representable with 8 bits, which is 255 in decimal. Legacy. Because the game came out relatively close to the video game crash of 1983, it became a somewhat hard game to find. For similar reasons, Sinistar also was not widely ported. It was commercially available in the mid-1990s, as part of Williams Arcade's greatest hits for the Super NES, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sony PlayStation, and PC. In the PC, the collection's title was Williams Arcade Classics, and there were separate versions for DOS and Windows. It is also available as part of Williams Arcade Classics for the TigerGame.com, Midway Arcade Treasures, which was released for the Xbox, GameCube and PS2 in 2003, and for the PC in 2004, and part of Midway Arcade Treasures, Extended Play for the PlayStation Portable, in late 2005. Sinistar represented a number of firsts in game design. It was the first game to use stereo sound in the sit-down version, with 2 independent front and back soundboards for this purpose. In addition, Sinistar was the first game to use digitized speech as successfully as it did. It was also the first to use the 49-way, custom-designed optical joystick that Williams had produced specifically for this game. In July 2000, Midway licensed Sinistar, along with other Williams Electronics games, to Macromedia Shockwave, for use in an online applet to demonstrate the power of the Shockwave web content platform, entitled Shockwave Arcade Collection. The conversion was created by Digital Eclipse. It is currently freely available to be played within the Shockwave web applet. Like most arcade games of the era, unofficial clones were made for home computers. One of the best was Peter Johnson's Sinistar for the PC Micro and Acorn Electron, which was published by Superior Software in 1984. The quality of the clone is not too surprising, as it was originally developed as an official port to be released by TerraSoft, but they decided to abandon the PC platform, while a number of games were still in development. Atari also programmed a version for the Atari 2600 console that was never officially offered for sale. The line run, Coward, was named the 4th best game line ever in the January 2002 issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly. A 3D pseudo-sequel was released for the PC in 1999, Sinistar Unleashed. The original authors were not involved in the development of this game. Sinistar was released as part of Midway's greatest arcade hits in the Game Boy Advance. However, many popular features were removed. Sinistar no longer has glowing eyes and his mouth no longer moves, except for the game over screen. Many of his phrases have been omitted, leaving just "I am Sinistar" at the opening. "I hunger" upon pressing start, "run, run, run" during the game, and "beware, I live" when the user receives a game over.